All right, the hour of 6 o'clock is upon us, and I will call the 16th regular Common Council meeting to order. Will the clerk call the roll?
Alderperson Bellinger.
Here.
Alderperson Force.
Here.
Alderperson Close.
Here.
Alderperson Decker.
Here.
Alderperson Gravine.
Here.
Alderperson Heidemann.
Here.
Alderperson Menzer.
Here.
Alderperson Mitchell.
Here.
Alderperson Perella.
Here.
Alderperson Rust.
Present.
There are 10 present.
All right, well, today we have scouts from Troop 6859 and 859 here as well, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you all want to come up to the podium and help lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and if folks could stand.
Hand over heart if not in uniform, scout salute if in. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, good job, thank you. All right, Alder Decker, what's your motion on the minutes from our previous meeting?
Thank you, Mayor. I move to approve the minutes from the 15th regular council meeting held on November 3rd, 2025.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor of approval of the minutes, state aye.
Aye.
Any objections? Minutes are approved. All right, mayoral appointments. City Attorney Majerus.
Thank you. Marsha Reinthaler to be considered for appointment to the Redevelopment Authority. Alder Alonza Gravine to be considered for appointment to the Licensing, Hearings, and Public Safety Committee.
Thank you. Those will lay over. Next, item 6.
Alder John Bellinger to be considered for appointment to the Finance and Personnel Committee. Alder Susie Borst to be considered for appointment as the Vice Chair of the Licensing, Hearings, and Public Safety Committee. Alder Dean Decker to be considered for appointment to the Redevelopment Authority. Mitchell Tempest to be considered for appointment to the Mayor's International Committee.
Thank you. Alder Decker.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to confirm.
Second.
Moved and seconded. This will be a roll call vote.
Ten ayes.
Thank you. That is approved. City Clerk, anyone for public forum this evening?
We have one person, Michael Burnett.
All right. If you could state your name, address, and the item you're speaking on, and you will have 5 minutes.
Yep. Michael Burnett, 611 North Water Street. And I am speaking on, I don't know if it's like number 18 or whatever, but it's the marina stuff. And I'll start with a little AI analysis of your plans here. And it came up with some interesting stuff from a real out there group called the City of Sheboygan Department of Public Works and something called the Smith Group Plan. And some of the things that they had said in there is this is the one the city paid Smith Group for, around $245K. The original marina plan, people keep posting, it's very explicit about what's wrong. Marina serves a limited group and doesn't pencil out financially. The land park is underused. They call both the park and the marina full of untapped potential. Breakwater is porous and the basin silts in, listed as an ongoing maintenance issue. They explicitly flag this as a core problem. They suggest exploring alternate use of parts of the basin for smaller craft paddling, which is exactly what I kind of suggest, repurposing the marina, building, and pool for more diverse uses. We work in the parking lot into advanced community space, focus on a broader, more inclusive set of lakefront recreation options for residents, not just slip holders. And I know we're all on the same page that we're all going on, we're checking out social media, we're checking out the news, we're informed these days, right? So you know all the data I posted, you know all the data I posted again. I mean, it was kind of belittled last week. I'm writing a story on the Armory, and I'm like, how the hell did they get all this detailed data? I look at it, it's from a website of mine from 12 years ago, okay? So my data does not fail. All you do, every time you have a meeting, you line up a group of people coming in, you stilt it completely. Who gets to present, who you're going to question. You never question the people that are laid out by you, by Casey or the mayor, whoever's putting this stuff together. Oz puts together the whole show. You just approve it. Never once do you ask anybody questions. You don't question their data. You make fun of people that are bloggers or whatever. Where's the Sheboygan Press? Where's WHBL? They couldn't analyze this if they wanted to. They just don't have the firepower. They're not true journalists. And it's like, basically, tonight, I am wearing, this is one of my favorite shirts. It's a Green Lantern shirt. You ever hear of the Lensman? You ever hear of Doc E.E. Smith? He was born in Sheboygan. He's the father of space opera, the genre that includes little things like Star Wars and stuff and Star Trek. He was literally from Sheboygan. He wrote The Lensman, and it was a forerunner to the Green Lantern. And basically, their overarching motto was, it's not winning a war, it's how you fight the battle. And it's like one of those, and what you're doing is constantly hiding, in my opinion, lying to people because you're not including real truthful information. You're shutting out anybody that isn't in your little group. And you did the same thing in the Armory. You literally lost your bank building that was definitely a Frank Lloyd Wright treasure because you guys did not take care of getting the study done for what could be landmarked. And it got torn down because Casey, the mayor, and the guy that you used to call the attorney, but you decided you didn't like, he came in there and they sat down and said, you guys can't vote on this because it wasn't something that was on the thing. It was that simple. And from what I was told, the mayor changed the agenda to make it so they couldn't vote it before that meeting, which ain't supposed to happen. And that building goes down because Casey says there's asbestos down there, this and that, and da-da-da, we can't find any buyers. It's like, excuse me? It's time after time. It's how the Armory died. And every single thing you do, you don't count the costs, and you basically say, we're only voting on this tonight. But it's literally like voting to pull the trigger of a gun. You're not voting on where the bullet's going to land. We're just pulling the trigger. And continuously you do it over and over and over, and you knock down, and then all of a sudden 12 million's 28 million. If you don't do this, you got to do it. And on a little note, I'll end with this. If you saw the news, that dude from the data center thing, his big buddy Bezos just went all in on AI. So, and basically, if you know anything about contract law, you gave them this little thing for $1 that they're out there. They don't have to go through it or not. They have all the leverage
Excuse
in the
me,
world
Mike.
right now.
You're over time. Thank you. All right, City Clerk, anyone else?
No one else this evening.
All right, thank you. All right, just a few announcements on my end. Obviously, fall is in full effect right here in the city of Sheboygan. Leaf collection does continue, and we do ask folks, if you have leaves in your yard, please rake them to the edge of your curb of your property. Please, we want to reiterate, please no yard waste, no grass clippings, no sticks or any debris of that matter, just leaves from the trees that fall down. And our staff will diligently come as soon as they can to collect their leaves. And you can check out the schedule for when your neighborhood will, when the leaves in your neighborhood will get picked up. And you can check that on the Department of Public Works website as well. Additionally, the city of Sheboygan is still actively looking to collect citizen input from our Transportation Safety Action Plan. So again, you can follow along and provide feedback and fill out maps and supply as much data as you want to help with our Sheboygan Transportation Safety Action Plan. So again, you can find this information on the Department of Public Works website under the Complete Streets Initiatives. And we have flyers all around City Hall and other buildings as well that you can scan the QR code and give your feedback. So your feedback on these projects will help make our streets safer, neighborhoods safer as well, and make sure that we can help keep our communities strong and safe. So those are my announcements for this evening. And we'll move right along. We have 2 hearings this evening as well. So we'll start with item number 9. Hearing number 82526 is scheduled this evening to give persons an opportunity to be heard relative to the proposed general development plan by Quash's Construction to construct an addition at 342 South Pier Drive. Is anyone from the public wishing to speak on this item? Anyone wishing to be heard? Final call. Anyone wishing to be heard? Alder Decker, is there a motion to close the hearing?
I move to close the hearing.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor of closing the hearing, state aye.
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 Any objections? That hearing is closed. Next, item 10, hearing 9/25/26 is scheduled this evening to give persons an opportunity to be heard relative to a proposed amendment to the City of Sheboygan Municipal Code. For the purposes of the amendment is to amend the approved time submitted for certified survey maps. Anyone here wishing to be heard on this matter? Anyone wishing to be heard? Final call. Anyone wishing to be heard? Alder Decker.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to close the hearing.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor of closing the hearing, state aye.
Aye.
Any objections? Hearing is closed. Next, consent agenda items 11 through 16. Alder Decker.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to accept and file all reports and adopt all resolutions.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion on any of the matters on the consent agenda? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Ten eyes.
Thank you. Those items are approved. Next, under resolutions, resolution number 128/25/26 by Elders Mitchell and Prella, authorizing the appropriate city officials to take such measures necessary to release certain judgments, liens relating to 1430 Erie Avenue. Alder Mitchell.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to file this resolution.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this matter? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Ten eyes.
Thank you. That matter is approved. Item 18, resolution number 109/25/26 by Elders Decker and Rust, authorizing the appropriate city officials to enter into a contract for architectural design, engineering, and construction administrative services regarding the Harbor Center Marina and associated facilities at 821 Broughton Drive. Alder Decker.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to adopt the resolution.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this matter? All right, seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Ten eyes.
That is approved. Item 19 will lay over. Next, under general ordinances, general ordinance number 30/25/26 by Elders Mitchell and Prella, amending various sections of the Sheboygan Municipal Code regarding administrative fees. Alder Mitchell.
Move to adopt the ordinance.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this matter? All right, seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Ten eyes.
That's approved. Item 21, general ordinance number 29/25/26 by Alders Decker and Rust, amending sections 54-397 and 54-398 and 54-399 of the municipal code as relating to sewer and sewage disposal, so as to make changes to services changes. Alder Decker.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to adopt the ordinance.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Discussion on this matter. Alder Decker?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I did speak at the Public Works meeting. I talked to Director Skiff about how we were as far as the comparable to other communities and such. I was wondering if Director Skiff would mind just kind of sharing what he shared with me about it. I think it's positive for our community as far as where our rates are and things like that. So,
Superintendent Skiff?
Thank you, Alder Decker. And yes, Mr. Mayor, that was a great question last week, and so I did just a little bit of looking into it. I looked at about 8 comparable communities population-wise. Several of the communities our size are in the Milwaukee metropolitan area, and so not necessarily a separate sewer system the way we have. I was encouraged by the rates that I found online. These are 2025 rates, so they're a little different than what is being proposed for you this evening. But essentially what I found is that our rates for fixed rates, which are, like it says, fixed, and so that's usually concerning to people, but it's really not the lion's share of their bill most of the time. So our fixed rates are higher than most of the communities that I looked at. On the good side, though, our volume rates, which is usually the lion's share of our bills, are significantly lower than most of the communities I saw. In fact, it was the lowest of the 8. And so that's measured in 100 cubic feet measurements. And again, I was very encouraged by that. So not a deep dive into it, but certainly just looking at other rates of comparable communities, I feel like our citizens are getting good rates for their wastewater.
Thank you. Other questions for Superintendent Skiff? All right, thank you. Other questions on this matter in general? All right, seeing none, this will be a roll call vote.
Ten eyes.
All right, that's approved. Item 22 will be referred to the Plan Commission. Next, item 23, General Ordinance Number 242526 by Alder Close, amending Section 103-50 of the Sheboygan Municipal Code regarding certified survey maps approval timing. Alder Close.
I move to approve the ordinance.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this matter? Alder Prella.
Just a confirmation. So we just went from, the only change I could see was on going from 10 days to 30 days. And is that correct? And what is the reasons for that?
City Attorney Majerus.
Thank you. The reason for this change is because we noticed an inconsistency in the approval timelines regarding utility approvals and city approvals. So this change eliminates that inconsistency.
So we are aligning with the utilities timeline?
Correct. The city had a shorter timeline for approval than utilities did. So unless the city's approval was always written as contingent upon approval by the applicable utilities, we ran into issues there. So this just brings that into compliance.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Other discussion on this matter? All right, seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Ten eyes.
Thank you, that's approved. Next, item 24, resolution number 1232526 by Alder Close, approving the amended general development plan and specific implementation plan submitted by Cautious Construction to expand Ebb Flow Coffee House located at 342 South Pier Drive with a planned unit development zone. Alder Close.
I move to adopt the resolution.
Moved and seconded. Discussion on this item. Alder Prella.
I am just curious about, I try to interpret the maps, and it's really, truly a curiosity. This is in my district. I enjoy this establishment. Is this, with this change, we basically increased the dining room towards the west side, and will there still be outdoor space on the west side after this expansion? And I also want to say I'm really happy that this business is thriving and that they need expansion. It's really nice to see that when that happens with a business.
Thank you, Director Zeiner.
Evlo plans to develop into their courtyard. So if, let's say, you are looking at the building directly, it's going to be on the left-hand side. They plan to expand their kitchen space, not necessarily their seating. The seating that faces the river will continue, but their current plan is to expand the kitchen space.
Right. So there will still be seating on the west side, outside, outdoor space.
There would be behind, but not to the side.
Not on the west side. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Other discussion on this matter? All right, seeing none, roll call vote.
Ten eyes.
All right, that's approved. We've exhausted our agenda for this evening. Alder Decker.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor of adjournment, state aye.
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned at 6:20.